All right, welcome. This is Nuke Marine presenting Let's Read Japanese, course series for the reading of Japanese text alongside its audio counterpart. Today's episode is Shinya Shokudo, the 2016 movie, part 2 of 5. All right, really not much more to say. This is probably like the previous movies, going to have three main stories. There might be a connecting theme throughout the stories, but most likely three stories. First one's so far not a happy, cheerful one, but we'll see how it goes from there. Not much to say about this, but again, just a reminder, after this movie, I'll be doing the three special episodes for Kino Nani Tabeta and then going back to Time Taxi. Okay, with that said, for those of you on YouTube, if you enjoy this video, remember to give it a like and a comment, because feedback's always welcome. If you enjoy the series, you'd like to see more like it, and you haven't already, subscribe to the channel. This is all part of the Let's Learn Japanese project. So if you appreciate what I'm doing to help the Japanese learning community, you can support that effort via the Patreon. So the link's in the description below. Uh, Also, there are links to the Let's Learn Japanese website and the community Discord. Finally, if you'd like to hire me on commission, technical assistance, advice, whatever, but usually it's one-on-one to help walk through the steps to get started. Usually for people wanting to get started, utilizing resources I talk about, and also for people who just want to restart, but maybe change directions and how they want to approach it. So yeah, the hourly rate and the payment are on the Patreon, but specific link to it is in the description as well. Okay, with that said, we can get started. In fact, I forgot, so let me, kind of silly, I forgot to actually check where okay, let's see, here's the episode. So roughly about I'm going to start at the 22-minute mark and go for 280 lines. Okay, there we go. All right, so we're going to go up roughly to about the 40-minute mark. So, but there, in the and so we're going to about the 40-minute mark. All right. Well, that's really? Is that right? Wow. Okay. Yeah. Just seemed like a pretty short amount of time. So maybe there's a lot of conversations going to happen. And then I tell you what, since we're going to go from there, let's go from the 40-minute to the. Well, I'm already here. There we go. All right, we'll say go to the 1 hour mark. Okay, cool. Okay, so with that said, like I said, I'll be taking the video to about the 40-minute mark here. And yeah, the next video will be going to the 1 hour mark. And it's about an hour, 40 minutes. So most likely means that last 40 minutes is just a lot of downtime. It's sort of how it just depends on sometimes you get a lot of dialogue, sometimes just a lot of no talking, and just the camera is just holding the scene, or there may even be a montage, but yeah. And that's going to be the benefit if you use that one or two the various plugins that can do what's called like Chiji Meru. Do a search on Matt's Refo Discord for that, and it's a plugin for Chrome. But what it can do is again rip the audio from the Netflix shows and remove the parts, basically move the non-dialogue portions from the audio, so you're just left with a compact version of the audio. Let's say you could turn a 2 hour TV movie into a 70 minutes of pure dialogue. I do recommend it. It's useful for background immersion and even passive immersion. To listen to something that you've watched recently. Oops, sorry about that. My earpiece had an autoplay touch, so I put the earpiece in. It autoplays. All right, we're at the 5-minute mark. Let's get started. Sorry about all that. All right, we're at 22 minutes. Here we go.
彼のおかげでも往復から卒業できたの。あの人有名な香典泥棒だったんです。
香典泥棒だったんです。
なるほどね。騙されてやけになられて、で雪吊りの男に誘われるがまま心中お察しいたします。
Maybe not.
あいつからか
い。容疑者ですね。
実家から。どうしたのこんな時間に。そんな嘘でしょ。
悪いことは重なるもんだ。のりこちゃんのおじいちゃんが亡くなったらしい。もうこっちに戻ってこないかも。そう言って彼女は富山の実家に帰っていった。
酷な言い方かもしれねえけど、罰が当たったのかもな。
だって喪に服すためにあの格好すべきなのに。
喪に服す。Okay.
ストレス発散に使うなんてもう、だって喪に服すためにあの格好すべきなのに、ストレス発散に使うなんてもう悪趣味ですよね。
発散。ストレス発散。
ストレス発散に使うなんてもう悪趣味ですよね。
悪趣味です。
お前のその手のひら返し、いっそすがすがしいよ。
Return a slap? 手のひら返し? Let's see.
お前のその手のひら返し、いっそすがすがしいよ。
すがすがしいよ。
お前のその手のひら返し、いっそすがすがしいよ。
でも私はちょっとその彼女の気持ちわかるな。女は男と違って年取ると自分の価値がだんだん曖昧になってくるのよね。特に
You hear that say about the value of a woman just, you know, you hear it in these dramas and now here also it is something to be concerned about, I guess. You know, it depends on how you can view your self-worth is. Could also be like how society views you. It's yeah, it's hard to it's difficult to say no, just believe yourself, have faith in yourself. It's easy to say, it's hard to do because again you're kind of fighting against not only how maybe how you grew up and how you were perceiving older people, but now also how you're thinking society looks at you as you've gotten older.
特に独り身の場合は自分の価値がだんだん曖昧になってくるのよね。特に独り身の場合は。
こんばんは。
いらっしゃい。
マスター、私彼と婚約したんです。
はじめまして、のりこがいつもお世話になってます。
おじいちゃんのお葬式で出会って、彼富山のお寺の人で。
I hope this isn't a very similar situation. I'm hoping it's not. I mean,
僕僧侶をしてます。
僧侶。
僕僧侶をしてます。まあボンさんです。
ボンさん。Anyway, we'll worry about that later.
彼女と目が合ったら 煩悩がうずいちゃって。
煩悩。
彼女と目が合ったら煩悩がうずいちゃって。
のりこさんの喪服姿魅力的ですもんね。
喪服？どういうこと？
いいのいいの、気にしないで。
でも東京でのお仕事はどうされるんですか？
好きなことやってると輝くっていうか、その人がそうあってほしいんです、のりこには。だから続けてほしいんです。
じゃあマスター、例のやつ。
はいよ。
焼肉 or whatever it's supposed to be.
いろいろあったけど、のりこちゃん、きれいさっぱり役を落としたみたいだ。
役を落とし、役を落とし。Should be misfortune, bad luck. Okay. Yakuo. Okay, so I was forgetting what that kanji was. Okay, so now that kind of makes sense. Yeah.
のりこちゃん、きれいさっぱり役を落としたみたいだ。
何やってんだよ。
トリートメントしてますか？
トリートメント。Huh?
爪も伸びてる。爪切り持ってます。僕ね、爪切りの得意なんですよ。
At least you got a cap. Okay, you got caught. Okay.
清潔感は髪に出る。美意識は爪に出る。爪切り持ってます。僕ね、爪切りの得意なんですよ。清潔感は髪に出る。美意識は爪に出る。
A sense of refreshness or cleanliness. Okay. 清潔感。美意識。sense of beauty. 美意識。
清潔感は髪に出る。美意識は爪に出る。
うざいんだよ。
言葉遣いうまいよねって納得しそうだけど、ネットでよく見るよ、あんたの言葉。
はい。行きましょうか。落ち着きのなさは足に出る。
All right. Yeah, at least he got caught, right? I wonder how he got caught. Oh. Okay.
はい。キス店お待ち。
キス店。
来ました。
そういえばマスターさ、向こうの角にあった中華屋は閉めちまったな、店。
ああ、大将ももう年だからね。味が落ちてしまわないうちにって先月の末にね。
しまわない ?OK。
味が落ちてしまわないうちにって先月の末にね。
夜土地並みには勝てませんでしたって張り紙。
Yoruta Toshinami. Hmm. You kind of guessed it by looking at it, but it's
だって張り紙見た夜土地並みには勝てませんでしたって張り紙見たときは泣き
Harimimita. I guess that's a hanging paper. Yeah, you stick on businesses or something. Yeah.
だって張り紙見たときは
Harigami.
泣きそうになりましたよ。
そうやってだんだん馴染みの店がなくなっていくんだな。
Actually, I'll say that. I mean, I can get that feeling. Because I've lived in this particular town of Yokosuka for about a little over 10 years or whatnot. You find some restaurants you like. Like I had one. It was like a restaurant where it's like amazing rotisserie chicken. I mean, just amazing rotisserie chicken. And it just, she closed because she got married and she was going to work in it, with her husband whose family ran a fishing did sold fish for cooking. So so it's like that was kind of again, it was disappointing, but again, life goes on. That wasn't that type of closing. There might be some like there was a place where amazing soba, and they made it, but again, the couple got older, so they had to close down the business. And a Vietnamese restaurant opened up in the same location. So, but yeah, it does happen. Just with time, people close, new restaurants open. But it's kind of interesting when you get a restaurant that is kind of does steady business, not trying to become a big franchise success. Just maybe a couple just trying to use their time and just has a very unique restaurant that you can go to, but then it closes and unfortunately like that goes away. You can't find that anywhere else. You have to replace it, but you can't duplicate it. So I can see that feeling.
Yes.
What do we got here? Takaki Seiko.
Yes, sir.
I don't know the actress.
そうしようやんかい。
So another thing dealing with the
あれひょっとして今日
17回忌だったの。
17? 17回忌。
17回忌だったの。
ああ、もうそんなに経つか。
それって旦那さん。
早いよね、時間が経つのは。お酒ちょうだい、冷やでね。
Yeah, so I never knew about that there was also one for a 16th year. I mean, again, there's the first year, the 3 year, and 5 year, and I think there's a 10 year. But okay, so in this case, and it might be different depending on whether you're doing Shinto or Buddhism, for what particular days or years are used for kind of like a remembrance of one's passing.
なんか軽くつまめるもんある？
板わさでいいかい。
Kamaboku. You know what? Let's do a quick search on that. Itawasa. Okay. Gotcha.
板わさでいいかい。板わ。
お酒ちょうだい、冷やでね。なんか軽くつまめるもんある？
板わさでいいかい。はいよ。
じゃあそれで。なんとかならないかね、この暑さ。かと思うと電車の中冷房効いてて寒いしさ。こっちは更年期でかと思うと電車の中冷房効いてて寒いしさ。こっちは更年期で体温調節できないってもう。
Konenki. Yeah, it's like middle age or menopause, hot flashes. In fact, that's what that is, right? Taion Jose.
こっちは更年期で体温調節できないってもう。ほらもう。
regulating one's body temperature. Okay. Okay. 体温調整。更年期で体温調整できない。
わあ、血止まんないって。
一杯。
ああ、ほらまあ、わあ、血止まんないって。
一杯ぐらい。
あら、どうも。
聖子さんは近所の蕎麦屋、蕎麦生のおかみさんでね、夫を亡くして以来、息子を育てながら義理のお母さんと2人で店を切り盛りしてきたんだ。
やっぱりここのかまぼこうまい。
かまぼ。
うちの店より。
そうかい。
そうかい。
なんだか一区切りついた気がする。
一区切り？Something being cut? The ender was stopped. Okay. なんだか一区切り？
なんだか一区切りついた気がする。あとはうちの子が早く一人前になってくれたら私も気が楽なんだけどね。
そういや聖母。
そういや聖母。
亡くなった親父さんに顔がよく似てきたね。亡くなった親父さんに顔がよく似てきたね。
うん。
出前してんの見かけたけど。
お、出前し。
出前してんの見かけたけど、先代の若い頃そっくりだな。
顔だけはね。
うん。
けどまだまだ中身子供だもん。
Okay, so that was the kid, probably the kid on the motorcycle then. Okay. Gotcha.
けどまだまだ中身子供だもん。
中身子供だもん。
いずれは清太君がお店継ぐんですよね。
無理無理。
いずれは清太君がお店継ぐんですよね。
無理無理。
うん。
おばあちゃん倒れてから店手伝ってるけど。バカみたいにピンポンばっかしやってさ。何考えてんだか。
え？
いらっしゃい。
遅いよ。そば飲みちゃうじゃないか。うちは早いのが取り柄なんだからね。それ
鳥柄？きっかけ worth 鳥絵。Wait, let me look at that better. 特に役立つところ。The strong points 鳥絵。Okay.
それ2丁目のうちは早いのが取り柄なんだからね。それ2丁目の江村清家さん。江村清家さん。
なあ、ここ時給いくら？950。なんで？いや、バイト募集してねえかなと思って。誰がやんの？俺。お前？うん。やめとけって。バイトなんて自分の時間切り売りするだけで。
切り売り。時間切り売り。Cut a little to sell the rest. Sell it piece by piece. 切り売り。
あと何も残ん。バイトなんて自分の時間切り売りするだけで。あと何も残んねえぞ。いやでもさ、俺ばあちゃん入院しちゃったから店手伝ってるだけだし、ずっと出前持ちってわけにはいかねえだろ。でも実家じゃん。恵まれてるよ。はい、どいた。 何やってんだよお前。し
けてんな。
ねえ。
危ね。いいね。危ねえよこれ。
That does sound good, right?
え
あ、
いいのかいいいのかいそば屋のせがれが。
ソビアのせがれ、自分の息子のことをエリックだっていうこと。Why that's supposed to be speaking well, talk a lot about your family? Punk or brat? Okay, I was way off. せがれ。Okay. I was way off on that one.
いいのかい
いいのかい
そば屋のせがれが焼きうどんなんか食ってん。
いや俺どっちかっていうとうどんの方が好きなんですよ。いや俺どっちかっていうとうどんの方が好きなんですよ。
そば食べ過ぎて飽きちゃったとか？
いやそういうわけではないんですけど、なんかこれ食べると心落ち着くっていうか、ガキの頃から。
はいよ。さすがにこの辺りのうどん屋に入るのはまずいか。
おふくろさんに見つかったらめんどくせえもんな。おふくろさんに見つかったらめんどくせえもんな。
こんばんは。
あ、いらっしゃい。
あら。
Yoshi's? No? Yeah, so there's like no way to know what it is. No, didn't get it.
あんたうちで晩ご飯食べたじゃないの。
いいだろ別に。てか母ちゃんだって来てんじゃん。
お酒冷やで、あと卵焼きちょうだい。
はいよ。
いいだろ何食ったって。
いいわよ。蕎麦屋がうどん食っちゃいけない法律なんてないんだから。
ごちそうさん。
あ、いいよ。患者私が一緒に払っとくから。
子供扱いすんなよ。
同じことでしょ。どうせ後で小遣いしてくれるんだからさ。
Let's see. I make sure I'm pronouncing it right. That's okay.
どうせ後で同じことでしょ。どうせ後で小遣いしてくれるんだからさ。どうせ後で小遣いしてくれるんだからさ。なーにイラついてんだろあの子。12秒。
You know what? This is the first time I've ran into Chunibyo outside of the anime. One anime was uh, Steins Gate. Yeah, Chunibyo. The yeah, it's actually there was another way of writing Chunibyo, right? If I remember correctly. No, they're not showing it. Thought there was another way they wrote it down, not just that way, but Chunibyo.
俺本当に親父の子供なのかな。
何言ってんだい。
何言ってんだい。
何やってもとろいし。
とろいし。うん。やってもとろいし。
何やってもとろいし。
そ
ばよりうどんの方が好きだし。母ちゃんいっつも親父のことあの人はいい男だったって。それなのにあんたはって俺に説教するんだ。
手
手
白魚みたいな指してんね。
白魚。Let's do a search for that real quick. Okay, gotcha.
Shiraoみたいな指して。
Shiraoみたいな。
白魚みたいな指してんね。苦労してないんじゃない？
どんなお父ちゃんでもあんたはあんたやろ。
かすみ。
いつまでも逃げ回ってたら一人前にはなられへんで。
逃げ回って。Okay. Escape and just go. Okay.
いつまでも逃げ回ってたら一人前にはなられへんで。
Oh, that. Okay. All right.
親父さん亡くなったの生後いくつの時だい。
生後。Dance in Spain.
8歳。好きだったな。でっかくていっつも肩車してくれて。
キャッチボールは？
店が休みの時は。
うちなんか親父とおふくろ代わり番号に蒸発だぞ。
俺番号。なんかな。蒸発。
うちなんか親父とおふくろ代わり番号に蒸発だぞ。幸せ独り占めじゃねえか。幸せ独り占めじゃねえか。
親父さんも昔よくここに来てこぼしてたよ。何でも先代のじいさんに比べられてうんざりするって。
うんざり Boring? Wait a minute. This. Oh, okay. I'm disgusted.
何でも先代のじいさんに比べられてうんざりするって。
親父が好
きで継いだわけじゃなかったからな。親父さんが本気でやる気になったな。おふくろさんの中に聖母がいるって分かった時からだよ。
Just be another way of saying son. I mean, I assume this means like child. 聖母がいるって。
聖母がいるって分かった時からだよ。
Or maybe it's because it's like Seta, so that's his name. So maybe Sebo, like it's just a way of saying boy. Yeah. So okay. So it's just a nickname for him. Yeah, young Se. I'm assuming here.
あら。
that her mother-in-law?
あら、あんた来てたの？
じゃあ言っとくから、言っとくよ。
Oh, she broke her leg.
また来るから。よろしくね。
セータ、何しに来たんですか？
何ってお見舞いよ。
Doubt.
お母さん、セータにお小遣いあげないでくださいね。もう子供じゃないんだから。
分かってますよ。分かってないのはあんたの方。
何がですか？
早いとここ離れしないと後で自分が辛くなるってこと。
それを言うなら親離れでしょ。
Hmm.
こんばんは。
Was that?
シェイ
Oh.
こんばんは。マスター、とりあえずビールグラス2つね。
またピンポンかい。
沙織。
早く早く、喉乾いたから。
はいよ。
ありがとう。やっぱ沙織さん強いわ。バックハンドのスピンなんかプロ並みね。
ルミさんもスマッシュの精度格段に上がってきてるよ。
Hmm. 精度。ルミちゃん、スマッシュ精度。格段に。精度格段に。そう、精度格段に。
ルミちゃん
ルミさんもスマッシュの精度格段に上がってきてるよ。
ルミちゃんが初めて沙織ちゃんを連れてきたのは半年くらい前だったかな。行きつけの遊技場で。
遊技場。Assume that's an entertainment center, but let's make sure. Amusement center, yeah. Yu-Gi-Jo. Oh, Yu-Gi-Jo. Thought I misheard that then.
行きつけの遊技場で顔見知りになった卓球仲間らしい。
はい。
マスターやっこ。
私枝豆。
はいよ。
そういえばさ、前に話してた年下の彼氏とうまくいってるの？
うん、もうすぐ1年かな。
へえ。でも年下って怖くない？
怖い？
だって向こうはまだ若いから心変わりもできるけど、こっちは結論急いで焦るじゃない？それって心理的ハンデでしょ。
ハンデって
Hande. Hande. Let's see if that's a full phrase. Handicap. Okay. And that's the emotional. Yeah, mental, psychological. 心理的ハンデでしょ。
それって心理的ハンデでしょ。
ハンデって別に競争してるわけじゃないんだし。
いやいや、いい男の数には限りがあるから。厳しい生存競争を勝ち抜かなきゃいけないの。
ルミさん、男に何期待してるの？
経済力、
Okay, strong in economics.
包容力、ルックス。
包容。Savings? Let's see. Tolerance. Okay. 包容力. Actually, let me read that up. 相手のこと、don't know that one. Tolerant. 寛大に。寛大に受け入れる。Okay. 心の大きさ。Okay. 包容力。経済力。包容力。ルックス。
経済力、包容力、ルックス、冒険心、遊び心、愛情、解消。
Dude. She's trying to max out all the D&D stats. Come on now. You got to be a little more forgiving. Okay.
みんなこう、冒険心、遊び心、愛情、解消。
Okay, so brave or daring, playful. I assume that, yeah, adventurous. Okay, and then asobi gokoro, playful spirit. And kaijo, loving. Okay, and then kaisho se, kaisho, kaisho, kaigaishi se, hataraki ya. Uh, Someone who works well, industrious or resourceful. Okay, independent, dependable. Okay. Kaisho, tayori ni naru, kisetsu. Okay, kataki. Well, is that how you say that? Katagi. Tayori ni naru katagi. Okay, here we go.
経済力、包容力、ルックス、冒険心、遊び心、愛情、解消。
みんな婚活とか言ってさ、カタログみたいに理想を並べて自分が幸せになれる条件に合う人探してるだけ。でももともと他人同士なんだから最初会わなくて当然でしょ。
Well, plus you won't know it just by looking at them. You can't really trust everything you see. It's like there's what they tell you, and then there's what the reality is, and that doesn't always mesh.
同感同感。
どうか、どうか。
ドーンとしてるね。
どーん。
But I wonder if like she's going out with her son. I doubt it, but you know, because she looks a little older than because her son's probably like 24 or 25, and she looks older than 30. So
あんた気に入った。
I like you. 気に入った。
ですから
どーん。
どう？
あんた気に入った。
ですからこれから先何があっても二人三脚でうまくやっていこうって。
So there we go. 二人三脚を。So again, like working toward a common goal. I like that now. 二人三脚。二人三脚うまく。
腹をもう二人三脚でうまくやっていこうって腹をくくれるかどうかじゃないですか、男も。
腹をくくれる。See if that's a full phrase. 腹をくくる。腹をくくれる。Being able to.
腹をくくれもう二人三脚でうまくやっていこうって腹をくくれるかどうかじゃないですか、男も女も。
いいねいいね。好印象。
That's a great impression right now.
マスターもう一杯私に。
しょうがないな。もう一杯だけだよ。
最近人の話聞いてても面白くないのよね。気持ちがいい。
光栄です。乾杯。
乾杯。
よしもう一つ乾杯。
All right. Getting near the end. So let's see.
ただいま。あら、まだ起きてたの？
Okay. All right. We'll stop it there. So that's at the 40-minute mark. Okay. And yeah, that looks good. Yeah, this is not as depressing. This was a better kind of like a so far a more pleasing story. You know, again, it's like, okay, this lady, husband passed away 6 years ago. She's still taking care of her mother-in-law, who's right now in the hospital, broken leg, but you know, who was taking care of her mother-in-law in the same restaurant. You know, the father kind of had some, you know, wasn't necessarily. Maybe I misinterpreted what was being said, but it's not like he was meant to be. You know, he had his own personality. The but yeah, the son misses his father, so that's just. But again, it happens. Sometimes again, death will take family members through sometimes without warning. The he's got an interest, ping pong. It could be anything else. He's just not really interested in soba. Okay, this is soba, right? Since he likes udon, the seems to get along okay with his mom, but she's kind of pushing him to, hopefully maybe take care of the business but it's not looking that way, but it might, who knows. Yeah, he's just trying to find his way, which, yeah, you just, yeah, just trying to find his way. We'll see how that goes. Yeah, I'm not very good at, I don't know, I feel like I'm misinterpreting it. I don't know why she liked the, what the lady was saying, but I guess it made sense. I feel like I need to watch it again, to kind of get a bit more of the conversation. But yeah, it felt like this is not going to be this is like, not. Hopefully it doesn't end on too sad of a note. Just but hopefully it has a good ending. Especially because it'd be funny if like she's doing this as a way to kind of set up her son with this lady, this older lady, a lady who's probably okay with going up, but the lady already has a boyfriend that's a year younger, so maybe that's not gonna work out. Trying to set him if that was her plan. Uh, or knows, maybe they just end up becoming good friends. Finding someone who has an interest but mature and can actually, it doesn't have to be a romantic relationship. It could just be, hey, just a relationship with someone who's mature, who can then, that has a similar interest, and then that can actually add a little bit of stabilizing advice that normally might not have been accepted if it's coming from like a parent. It could be something as small as that. So who knows? We'll find out it should be found out by the next part. Okay, so with that said, I'll be going on for those doing the live stream, be going on into part 3 a little bit after this. For those on YouTube, obviously it'll be the next day. So this video is posting on September the 13th. So part 2 will be on September the 14th. And since that's now we're hitting beyond the 2-week window, I'm going to start then. I will be doing some Let's Reads that are not going to go on YouTube. These are going to be essentially Let's Read Again. If you can, Let's Read Again in Japanese. And it'll be something that I've already done a Let's Read on, but in this case it's going to be in a slightly different format. There's just going to be audio only. And it's going to be the audio is going to be what's called the CIA to SRS, or the compact immersion audio, that type. You shouldn't notice too much as far as listening, because what that means, though, I don't have to skip over downtime, which can be kind of annoying. It's a little easier. It's easier on using Netflix plugin, but it's really difficult to do on. It's really difficult to do on not Firefox, but VLC. So what I may need to do also is get MPV or the voracious video player that will allow you to utilize subtitles to help skip forward to and repeat lines based on the subtitle times, not just a random time. Which I'm surprised VLC never incorporated something like that into its setup, because it sounds like a kind of an obvious thing to use, to utilize subtitles for the skipping forward and backwards through the video. All right. What am I watching here? Yeah, some movies on TV, so I occasionally look up and see it. It's like, oh, okay, cool. And then let's go. All right, so with that said, thank you all very much. This has been Let's Read Japanese, Shinya Shokudo movies, in this case, the 2016 movie, part 2 of 5. If you're on YouTube and you enjoyed this video, remember to give it a thumbs up or a like, and leave a comment, because feedback's always welcome. If you're yeah, if you'd like to see more series like this, subscribe to the channel for that. This is all part of the Let's Learn Japanese project. So if you enjoy what I'm doing with the helping the Japanese learn community, you'd like to support that, you can do that via the Patreon. Links in the description, as well as links to the website and the community Discord. If I feel like hire me on commission or usually one-on-one one-on-one counseling or advice to help set you up through the process of utilizing these resources that I talk about. That can be done. The hourly rates and the payments are done via the Patreon as well. The direct link to that in the description. Okay, so thank you all very much. I'll be back in, like I said, I'll be back in a few minutes, maybe more than a few minutes on Twitch, but yeah, see you tomorrow on YouTube. All right, later, guys.